Welcome to the bold analysis. You can lie about anything, but sometimes in this digital age where people have smartphones, you might not get away with that. I still repeat, the president is doing nothing in Mount Kenya. And instead of the reverse psychology, he should come back and just make sure that something is happening. Today, there was another walkout. And in this podcast, this is heavily loaded with what exactly you need to know about the Tharaka Nithi and Meru and Embu tour. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell and like our videos. And thank you very much for those who support this podcast. And are you in need of solar solutions? You need to set up solar in your home up country. You built a house for your mother up country. You're establishing one in your office so that you avoid power outages. Talk to Gidiomi from Instalight, and I can tell you it's a reliable provider on solar. He is a reliable solar provider in this country, Kenya. William Ruto visited two counties, Embu and Tharaka Nithi. In Embu, Embu has Mbere North, Mbere South, Mbere North, Mbere South, Runyenjes, and Banyata. Out of this, he only visited one county, that is Mbere South, and even never visited the Mbere North, where the Member of Parliament, Geoffrey Ruku, had been appointed as a cabinet secretary to replace Muturi. Embu is the home to Justin Muturi. Number two, at night, just on Thursday night, MCS clashed with the governor over the president's visit, and it had to take the intervention of Ruku late in the night. So because MCS even threatened that they will disrupt that meeting if they were not fully involved. Embu was the last county that heckled president last year in December, just 2 months after impeaching Rigathi. I can tell you, Embu, William Ruto doesn't have a chance. Now, he was in Tharaka Nithi, and I want us to look at the crowd politics there and vis-a-vis the project. The president commissioned Tharaka Nithi tuition block. This tuition block is being commissioned as a new project. If you ask a student, and if there is a student from Tharaka Nithi University, I have spoken to around 5, I've seen another call, yes, who are from Tharaka Nithi, and they're telling me this building was built before 2021. By 2020, that building was there. So what William Ruto is launching in 2025 was already there in 2020. And that tuition block has been there. There is nothing that has been done. The only thing they did is that flag belt that is surrounding that administration block, that tuition block. And also they repainted it. Some paints that was done. But it has been there. Now, interestingly, when he got to Tharaka Nithi, he strategically went to Tharaka Nithi University. And the reason why he went to that university is because he wanted to get the numbers. There are some photos. There is this photo that has been shared all over. This is the photo, and if you check Ichun'gwa Facebook page, you will see it saying, Mulema has welcome to the president. What those people didn't tell you is that those who attended that are actually students. Those are not residents of Mount Kenya. Students in a university come across the country. And a more clearer picture is this one here. You can see that tuition block in the background and this other side of the field. So the students converged at that field. At the field, and that is why you can see them even carrying phones. So they were converged there so that the president could address them. And just to make it more clearer, can you look at this video?
Area hii niko na Bwana Patrick Munene, mbunge wetu wa Chuka Igamba Ng'ombe. Niko na huyu anaitwa Jafeth Mbiuki, Kareke Mbiuki, ambaye ni mbunge wetu wa Mara, na niko na huyu kijana. Huyu kijana anaitwa Engineer Eric Muridhi, ambaye ni waziri wa maji. Si mnaona ni waziri kijana. Tuko hapa na mama anaitwa Rebecca Miano, waziri wa tourism. Na huyu ndio waziri wa elimu, anaitwa Julius Ogamba. Na huyu anaitwa Mheshimiwa Lindikiri kutoka Buri.
You can see the students carrying phones wakichukua video. Now, those are not residents. Contrary to the perception being created, students of a university come from all over the country. I know that one is not an exaggeration. So what he did, from there he carried this crowd to all the other events. Half of this crowd moved with the president to Chogoria in Chuka town. And that is how this was actually done. Now, when Ichun'gwa was handed the microphone, people started walking away. There is something I want you to pay attention. Why I want you to pay attention to this part? It is very critical.
Mwezi wa 5 2022. Si tulikuwa hapa Kadhwana? Na nakumbuka hivyo Mheshimiwa Rais umesema hawa wangwana wa Tharaka Nithi wakilia machozi juu ya Kithure Kindiki. Si ni kweli? Lakini leo hakuna machozi, sababu huyu mungwana Kithure Kindiki ndiye naibu wa rais wa Kenya wa leo. Sababu ya kuwa mungwana mvumilivu, mungwana mwenye heshima, na mtu wa kufanya kazi na watu wote na kuunganisha watu wote. Si ni kweli? Nyinyi mnaona tukiendelea pale 2027 tupee William Ruto tamu ya pili. Akimaliza, nani ataendelea kutoka hapo? Ati nani ataendelea? Nani ataendelea? Mumesema 2027 William Ruto amalize yake 10. Ni kazi bila breaks. Ni 10 bila breaks. Tukimaliza hiyo twende kwa Kithure. Kithure. Githaithi tutithora mutuheaga kura kuria west. Agikuyu githe mutithoire andu a Meru na Tharaka Nithi mutuheaga kura. Uhuru Kenyatta si alifanya yake 10. Mwai wa Kibaki yake igana. Jomo Kenyatta yake 10 Kaithwe tungicokia guoko mwena uyu tungithwa. No twithwe. Ni mwauga tugacokia guoko munene arikia wira. 2027 tunengere munene. Arikia tunengere Kithure. Thengio mwathani amurathime.
Watu wa Tharaka Nithi hamjambo. Andu a Tharaka muriega.
When that video was taken by the State House photographers, and I know intentionally, if that cameraman didn't want you to see that walkout, he would still have done that. And a very simple thing, that video is a close-up video, is a short range. Ile video umechukua so that to show how the camera person was actually focusing specifically that part where people are walking out. So if they didn't want, even if the moment they saw people walking out, they had two options. They cover the lens of the camera, or they do an established one. An established shot, you don't see what exactly is happening there, but you'll see the video of Ichun'gwa talking. So this is the second time that this incident is also happening, because in Olkalau, Ichun'gwa was heckled. One question that I want you to pay attention to is why Ichun'gwa? And why are State House team framing a narrative? And allow me to belabor this part a bit. Because It is true people are walking away from Ichun'gwa. And how about, I'm a bit suspicious that this walkout could also be happening around William Ruto's, the crowd around William Ruto, when William Ruto is talking. But they've decided to show it because they knew that the media is going to carry that story. Clearly, they knew that the media was going to carry that story of the walkout. And intentionally, they are framing the narrative. The heckling on Kalau, I saw Sudi blaming Senator Medu. Now, in Tharaka Nithi, do you want to tell me that there is any regarding ally who planned that? No. And what is seen as a walkout from Ichun'gwa, from analytical perspective, there is this incidences that are going on. But they're deciding to show us that. Why? The president's team are framing a perception. And they're framing a narrative. They know very well that that Ichun'gwa is not likened by many. But they'll want to amplify Ichun'gwa to become the enemy. Someone, and I saw a newspaper by The Standard talking about Ruto allies being heckled. It is not, the problem is not those MPs. The signal is a direct message to the president. Remember, Ichun'gwa is speaking what Ruto is speaking. The enemy is the enemy number one is Ruto, then Ichun'gwa, then the rest. And if Ichun'gwa is not careful, he's going to fall for this. And I remember in Bungoma, remember he's been the person who has been attacking leaders. In Bungoma, he's not likened in Western Kenya. When Natembeya was talking about something he told addressing the president, it is Ichun'gwa who came out and attacked Natembeya. And some of us were asking, William Ruto has allies in Western. Why is it that the Western MPs did not attack Natembeya and it had to take Ichun'gwa? Now what's happening, President Ruto is creating a problem so that towards 2027 general election, you might be shocked to see Ichun'gwa being kicked out so that to create some jubilation that William Tumbaya ametolewa. He might actually be sacrificed. While himself is doing these things under the guise of shielding the president. There was another road remix. Listen to this.
Ndio. Mambo ya barabara. Hii barabara yetu hapa imetusumbua sana, si ndio? Hiyo barabara ambayo tulijenga hii ya kutoka kule Marimanti, Shagarika mpaka hapa. Imekwama kidogo hapo. Na kuna sehemu kidogo imeanza kuharibika. Sasa nimetoa pesa milioni 150 kukamilisha hii barabara na kufunga ile shimo zote zimetengenezwa hapa. We repair this road. Sawa sawa. Hiyo ni hatua yetu ya kwanza. Hatua ya pili, tumesema tuanzishe barabara mpya ya kutoka Miomponi kuja pale Mugodhima. Alafu section moja ikuje Ngondi ikuje hapa. Section nyingine iende Kasiongo alafu ikuje hapa Gatunga. Nyinyi muko na hiyo geography? Muko na hiyo geography? Ati itoke Miomboni, ikuje Mugodhima, ikuje Kasiongo, ikuje Gatunga. Si ndio? Na hiyo ingine ipitie pale kutoka Mugodhima, ikuje mpaka Ngondi. Si namna hiyo? Na yote ifike wapi? Hapa Gatunga. Mnataka hivyo ama mnataka namna gani? Nataka barabara ikae namna hiyo. Hiyo map nilipatiwa na huyo deputy president. Aliniambia map inataka ikae namna hiyo. Ndio? Hiyo ndio ramani mmesema tujenge hapa. Sasa tayari nimetangaza kandarasi ya hiyo barabara. Na hivi karibuni contractor atakuja kusukuma na tutatafuta contractor safari hii mwenye yako na akili. Ule wa hapa alitusumbua sana, ilijengwa karibu miaka 5-10. Sasa tutatafuta contractor mwenye yako chonjo. Si namna hiyo?
And another contractor being blamed. And you could see this is something that really happened. After that, I realized one of the unusual stunts. William Ruto visited what was the police headquarters, affordable housing unit for the police. And interestingly, he was captured. In fact, he was asking one of his aides to give him some 100 or 200,000 to give the policewoman, having shown her the house. Even at that point, the camera, they had to cover the camera lens. I want you to look at that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you. Where? Have you so the idea is from moja hapa Hi, my dear. Mariako, what's up? Very good, very good. So hii ndio dunia yako sasa?
Yes, sir.
Yes, how much do you pay for this? Inge 2,000 sasa ndio niko chini. Kama ungeenda hapa town kulipa nyumba kama hii ungelipa pesa ngapi? 6,000 ikisonga. Yes, sir. So this is good for you.
Yes,
it helps, and it is within the place of work.
Yes, sir.
It's within a secure environment.
Yes, sir.
And you pay a minimal amount.
Yes.
You know, it's important. Christine. It's important, Christine. That 2,000 you're paying is now going to go back to the housing fund, and then it is used to build other houses, right? So that other officers can get houses like this. Of course, you know that most of our officers are living in very bad conditions, either within the camp, manyumba iko mbaya, ama wanaishi nje, it's expensive, and it's not also secure. Sindio? So what is your take on this? What do you want me to do better or more?
By Your Excellency.
Yes.
Tungependa tuongezewe zingine wale hawana.
Wapate pia.
Yes.
Lakini unaona bei yake ni mzuri.
Bei yake ni mzuri sana. Sababu ni 2,000. Na ukienda nje unapata kama 6,000. So this one is cheaper. Yes,
Asante sana. Okay, Christina. Thank you. Asante sana.
And do you also realize that officer is saying that bed sitter is 2,000? 2,000. Eh? Wow, bed sitter 2,000. And affordable housing. I wish we would have such in Nairobi. It will be very interesting. Police are paying 2,000 a night. And while in his speech, he's talking something about those units, 60 in Chuka and 300 other parts of the country, and 27,000 are being built.
I'm very happy that we have now concluded or building some of these units. We have these 60 units here. We have almost another 300 units that are ready in different police stations in Kenya, and the rest of the 27,000 are in different stages of construction, because we want our policemen and women to live in conditions that enable them to serve the people of Kenya better. Because if you live in an environment that is secure, in an environment that is hygienic, in an environment that is decent, it helps you in delivering on your commitment, on your mandate.
And he was actually also talking about the IG presence in that event.
Many of the people want to bring an unnecessary confusion. I was in Nyeri to hand over title deeds to people, citizens in Nyeri who deserve them. And the IG came to that function, and people want to vilify the Inspector General that he came to a meeting where we were serving the public. Many of them may also want to come and to go and raise an issue with this meeting. The LG is here because I am on a development tour of Tharaka Nithi County because it is my responsibility to do it. And in that process, we also have police housing units. And it is proper and right for me to hand over this building to the IG. You cannot do politics 24/7, 7 days a week, 12 months a year, and 5 years. It's not possible. The country will come to a standstill. There will be a moment for Kenyans to go to elections, and we will find ourselves in campaigns, and we will put on our yellows, others will put on whatever they are putting on, orange and green and whatever. That is the time to do that. For now, we must engage in nation building. And in nation building, all of us, in whatever capacity.
So there is the psychology of politics, where I had the president complaining about those who are saying that he's doing politics. He's saying he's not doing politics. Sometimes we look at these speeches and you wonder really what exactly is wrong with the president on this. I've looked at this and the today's rallies. Number one, Ichun'gwa is playing into the Ruto script by attacking others. After Mount Kenya rallies, there is a man that needs to go and review the clips. He should watch all the clips from Tuesday to Friday. His reception, his language, his messaging, and how people are interacting with his message, and will come to realization that he is getting it wrong at all costs. Number two, he's speaking the president, Ruto's voice. So if people are walking out away from him, it is not just Ichun'gwa in that rally. People are walking away from the president. Something is a mismatch. The ballot paper can expose the tactics. And what we are telling the rest of the country, a perception is created through the crowds, through the numbers. When they're talking about projects, they're saying this is going to benefit 5,000 people, 2,000 people, create 12,000 jobs. This project is in billion. That is a strategy that was used to create those huge figures. Because Mama Waithera down there, akisikia hizo figures, anaona look at even that one, even that police script, yule mwenye hata naona amelipwa, by the way ameomba 200,000, so both ni kama anaenda kulipwa. That is to create a perception that ni 2,000 shillings too. Hiyo nyumba ni 2,000. I would really want to confirm that. And if you're a police, you can get to tell us 2,000 bed sitter. And we've done a bed sitter. I wish you can do that in Nairobi and make it be 2,000. We will remove all those people in Kibera. Or are the police paying more than others? Tuonane wana.